Hey.
Hey.
We're back on camera. This is so fun.
Yep.
It's
Here
been
we
a
are.
while.
It's so strange to look at a phone, and think that other people are looking at us.
Yeah. I mean,
But here we are.
it's pretty cool. We're
Yes.
definitely thankful for all of you.
Yes,
We're
all of you.
Thankful. I think my hair is covering it up, but this is the month of thanks.
Yes.
Which is super great. I love Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
I just like it because there's not like any pressure of like
That's true.
giving. It's just like you just show up and you get to just be thankful for everything around
Mhm.
you, and you don't have to worry about.
You just get to eat.
Yes, it's
And
the best part.
Our favorite is food.
yes. So
many things to be thankful for. It's one of my favorite verses.
oh yes.
And being a mom, that was definitely always the verse that I would instill in my children growing up and still today. Are you being thankful?
Mhm.
Are you, what does the Bible say? 1 Thessalonians 5:16 says, be thankful and joyful in all circumstances, for this
Yes.
is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. So,
Yes. So the fun thing about our culture today is that we have a day for everything, right? Like there's always a day. You can actually Google like what day is it today for like national
Pickle Day?
Yeah, and it's just there's always something. Oh yeah, Pickle Day was the other day. It really was, because I reposted our Lake Martin Life Instagram, and it was the Wickles at Kaledja.
Oh,
For Pickle
yeah.
Day. Yeah, because it was like we do
The
cracker.
Wickles have made pickles cool.
Yeah, cracker, pimento cheese, Kaneka sausage, and a Wickle.
Yum.
And it is the best. You've had it before.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just best like one little bite.
Mm,
So we
mhm.
loved Pickle Day
Good
for
stuff.
sure. We just didn't have it, but
Good thing I picked that one to talk about. I don't know where it came from, but good
Holy
job.
Spirit
Good
for
save.
sure. Yes. So we have Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
and then what happens after Thanksgiving? We spend a whole day being thanks for what we have, giving thanks for what we have, and then what?
We go shopping.
Yeah.
It's Black Friday.
Right.
In
yeah.
my family, we go have pictures with Santa.
Yes. Such a good.
It's a
definitely-
good tradition,
Yeah.
which I can get to in a second, but it all ties into who we were
True.
talking about today.
Yes,
So that's a
definitely
fun
true.
fact.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have Black Friday, Small Business Saturday.
Mhm.
Shout out to all of our small business peeps.
You are so important.
Yes.
We're so thankful for small businesses that keep our cities going.
Yeah, we're on a mission
our
to keep you
towns
in
alive.
business. So
Mhm.
you just look out for that.
That's right.
And then we have
Cyber Monday.
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
That is just important for you.
It's the Lord's Day
Yeah.
to rest,
Go to church.
worship, and rest.
Yes, and just be with your people.
Mm-hmm.
Eat your stew of love and just relax.
So
And then
Sunday is an important day, and then Sunday's the first day of the week technically,
true.
and then the second day of the week
Mhm.
is going to be Cyber Monday.
Yeah, and unless you're Cyber Mondaying
Unless
from
you're
small business,
right, unless
'Cause
you're
those are there too.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. We know we have learned about a lot of good small businesses on Instagram that we like to
Yes.
support.
And we are so
mhm.
proud of all of our girls who have ventured out into their little small businesses.
Yes.
Thank you to Instagram. In the
Mhm.
world of social media, there are little few things good about
Yeah.
social media.
Lots of good things
And we are
about
proud of
social
y'all
media.
for making
Mhm.
the best of your time and efforts and,
Yes.
starting out those little businesses. So
Mhm.
good job. We'll be sharing all of y'all's. So send us yours if you are entering into the world of
Mhm.
entrepreneurship.
Tag us in it and we'll share it.
Yes.
Definitely.
So this
Mhm.
brings us to Giving Tuesday.
Yay. Ding, ding,
So,
ding, ding.
yes.
Giving Tuesday.
It's the Tuesday after Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
and this year it is November 28th, which we love. Great
Oh,
day.
it's Baby's birthday.
Baby day.
Bib day.
Yeah. Giving Tuesday is giving to charities, nonprofits, just giving back really. So it's a lot of, you go to church on Sunday, you give to the Lord, and then we give thanks every day.
Mhm.
But Giving Tuesday is like rooted in giving to nonprofits.
Yes.
It's like a nonprofit
Yes,
day.
it is.
So yeah.
And now that we are technically a 501c3,
Yes.
yay, your donations are tax deductible.
Correct. So
We just thank you for being a part of Girl Talk and doing all the things, helping us, be the hands and feet of Jesus to
yes.
girls
Yes.
and moms.
So this year we are honoring the memory of Susu,
Mm-hmm.
Lindsey's mom.
My mom.
Yes, and we have a lot of cool numbers because, you know, I love numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But what is so special about this year?
Well, it's really cool. A few weeks ago, a couple of months ago or something, I was just, you know, cleaning up the kitchen one night and noticed the violets that are in my kitchen window. And they've been there forever. But I realized that it's been 10 years since my mom passed away, and those violets are still in my window. It is the longest living plant I've ever had. They're so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom taught me how to keep violets alive because she loved having violets. And one of the things she taught me about violets is you always sit them in water. You never water them from the top, but you keep the container sitting in water. So the container of the violet is in a planter that has rocks in the bottom to elevate it. So when it's time to water them, I lift the planter or the plant out, and I put water in it, and then I put it back in there in the water so the roots absorb the water from the bottom and the leaves don't get wet. So I've just been doing that every time it looks like they need a little something to drink, and they have lasted 10 years.
That's
and
amazing.
The reason that I've had them 10 years is because I received them in a beautiful arrangement given at her funeral when she passed away 10 years ago. So
It's really cool.
yeah.
So, as most of y'all might know, we are celebrating 10 years of Girl Talk this year.
Mm-hmm.
And so, really, when that was all figured out about the violets, and then it was like, oh, that's so cool, like, we're celebrating 10 years. And then it all started with, like, figured out that Susu died on a Saturday, and then Girl Talk started on the next Saturday, and then Pavi, you see always in our Valentines now, but usually hopefully more soon. He was turning 33 that next week, all within 3 Saturdays of the year 10 years ago, and none of us knew each other yet. And so now 10 years later, here we are. We're super excited that we've been able to grow so much in Girl Talk, and we're in 25 cities. We have girls and moms in 25 cities. We have 4 missionary countries of missionaries, girls, anything like that. And then we have 7 states of girls at 11 different colleges, serving in school, all of that. So it's super exciting, super fun. And so with all of that growth, we have been able to move headquarters, so to say, right now, a little bit of makeshift headquarters to Homewood, which has been really awesome. We love Birmingham. We love that it's central to all of what we're doing, and a lot more of a hub that like girls can come to Birmingham from lots of different areas of where we have it and all that. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But we're in Homewood. It's really awesome. And the best part about being in Homewood is that Lindsey is from Homewood. So
I love Homewood.
we get to walk the streets that little Lindsey walked growing up, which is super sweet. And I usually cry about it because I just think it's just so cute and sweet. And I'm just so thankful for your life. And
Thanks.
it all started on Frisco Street.
It did start on Frisco Street. So when my mom and dad got married, it was my dad's dream to be an FBI agent. And so he went to school.
That's where you get it from.
And he got his degree in criminal justice. They moved to Washington, and he was going to be in the FBI, and that didn't work out. They were there for a couple of years. That didn't work out, so they came back to Birmingham, and my mom's dad was a home builder. And so my dad said, well, I guess I'm going to learn a new trade because I don't want to wait. You know, there were things that he didn't want to do, and so he just started learning how to build houses, and he started doing that and ended up building my house that on Frisco Street was the first house that he built. And so they did that, and he went on to build a lot more houses. But then they divorced when I was 2 years old. And so my mom went back to work, and she, it was just hard. It's hard to be a single mom, especially it was in the 70s when that was happening. And so there weren't as many opportunities for women as there are now. So there were a lot of years of just hardship. Life is just hard. And so by the time I was in middle school, well, first of all, she started working went back to work, and I went to daycare, and I couldn't go to daycare past 5th grade. So that's when I aged out, and there was nowhere for me to go after school. So when I started Homewood Middle School, I lived right behind or right up the street from a middle school where the old middle school was. So I would just leave there and walk home every afternoon, and which was fine. But for my personality, I love being in a crowd. I'm definitely an extrovert. So for that personality, it was not fun to walk home to an empty house every day. And I didn't understand personalities. I didn't know that there were other options. I just, it was just me and my mom. And we didn't really talk to a lot of different people about a lot of different things. So I just went home and I was just alone, and that made me really sad. And then eventually, I got older, and I never went looking for trouble, but it just kind of found me. And because that's just what happens when we live in kind of in isolation. But there were some people around me that showed me where life and joy was. Ultimately, that life and joy was given to them through their relationship with Jesus. So as I got older, I figured that out. And I think all of this is in the story, what we're going to share on our site also. But ultimately, I found that the joy and happiness I was looking for was through a relationship with Jesus. And so come full circle now as an adult, my mom ended up passing away 10 years ago. She was finally able to have that relationship with Jesus and find freedom in her life and healing. But she passed away too young, like so young, and probably didn't have to if she had other opportunities throughout her life. So, because of what the Lord's done in my life, I just feel like it's an honor to be able to give back and reach young girls who are kind of in the same situation that I was in. And then there are so many others too that are in harder situations. My story's hard, but it wasn't the hardest. There are definitely worse situations, but that is my heart. And I feel like the Lord's called me to Girl Talk to reach those girls. And so this Giving Tuesday, we're asking that you give to Girl Talk to help those girls who need somebody to talk to, who need a place to go after school, who don't know what their options are, and that are looking for more, because I just always knew that there was more out there. I knew that there was something better than being alone and lonely and hurting. So we want to give that place to those girls. Mm-hmm. So
yes, and there's so many ministries that are doing things like within the communities that we're in with Girl Talk, and we love just being able to bring the discipleship, the Bible study, the fellowship, the community, the equipping of moms to be able to, because there are so many moms that just, they don't know that they can be what the Lord has called them to be to their daughters. Mm-hmm. And that's really been the heart of Girl Talk from the beginning, is just helping moms know that when you go to the Lord and you ask him for help, he has given you your daughter for a reason, and he's going to equip you to be that mom. But so many moms that we talk to are scared, and they don't want their kids to hate them, and there's all of this culture pressure of just I just have to give them everything and put them in everything so that they don't grow up and hate me.
And through my relationship with the Lord, I had to learn how to be a mom, because I didn't grow up seeing that like a lot of girls do. And just in our other videos, I laugh about how I threw so many temper tantrums on the floor when my children were younger. Not at them. I mean, there were those moments too. But I was so frustrated, and I was like, I know there has to be a better way. I don't know how to do it. And I would go in my closet and I would lay on the floor and just cry out to the Lord for wisdom to know what to do and how to handle situations. And thankfully, he's so good and generous. And, the Bible says he gives wisdom freely to those who ask without finding fault. And so I was able to really become the mom that I wanted to have when I was growing up, and also become the person who I think my mom would be now if she had had the opportunities that I have, and I have had. And because I am so much of who she was, which, as a teenager, as a young person just trying to heal in my own things, I never saw that before. But really this year, praying through it a lot, thinking about the 10 years, thinking about how the Lord has just really changed me and worked in me to make me who I am now. I see, wow, it really was, I really get to be who my mom was. Mm-hmm. She loved to give parties. She loved to give to people. She loved to make people laugh. She loved to do amazing things. She just had a lot of challenges in front of her. So I'm sure you know people like that, and can think of people in your life who influenced you to become the mom you are, or maybe you're a teenager and you don't have anybody, but you wish you did. We want to encourage you that the Lord is with you right now and wants to make you who He created you to be. So all those good desires in your heart are there for a reason, and He will do that if you continue to spend time with Him and reach out to Him and seek Him in His Word. And that's what Giving Tuesday is all about, is really supporting those around us who need Jesus, and really because we need Him and we need each other.
Yeah, and really the statistics, something to know, like I was told the statistics when I lost my dad and was growing up in a hard situation, but I was never told the other side. I was just told like, oh, well, this is what you're going to become. And so we know all the statistics. Like if you're growing up in a house with abuse, like you're in a statistic that's happening. You're not alone. Like you're not alone if you are like struggling with alcoholism, or I mean, Alabama has the highest percentage of opioid addiction right now. So we have the percentages of single family homes, our single parent homes, and working parents. Like our culture is so like, go get a job, go work, like, and it's just, there's so many things. And so I think one part of Girl Talk is us like helping. You're not alone. Like you're not, like whatever hard situation you're in, like whatever struggle you're going through, like you're not alone. But just because you're struggling with something that other people are struggling with doesn't mean like, oh, well, everyone goes through that, you just need to get over it. Because that's what I was told. And that's just not true, because it's hard for you, and that's what is.
But the Lord wants to meet you where you are.
Yes.
And so we want to be a resource to help you and to help others.
Yes.
By coming alongside you.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be that way.
No, and we're living proof, and that's why we're here.
Yes.
Because I should have been a statistic, but thankfully, and praise the Lord, He pulled me out of it. It's like Psalm 103 says, He redeems our life from the pit. He crowns us with love and compassion. He satisfies our desires with good things, so that our youth is renewed like the eagles. And He wants to do that for you.
We've both been asked the questions multiple times, like, how did you, like, this was your childhood, how'd you make it to here? And not that we have ever gotten to where we need to be yet.
Right.
We are all still, Philippians 3, like, we are all still getting to where we need to be, but the only answer to that is Jesus. And that's what we want to bring through Girl Talk. Whether you're a girl, whether you're a mom, whether you're a grandmother, whether you're one of our amazing men who support us and cheer us on, and one of our great board members and supporters is always like, well, if I was a little girl, and I think there is a little girl in me that just wants what you're giving. And we just love that, and we love hearing all the stories. Like, we could just share so many stories, but it really does go back to just honoring your mom and honoring your life and who Jesus has been in all of our lives, just highlighting,
and how He uses all the people around us, because there were women in my life that I looked up to and that I learned from, and there were a lot of men in my life too that showed me who Jesus was. And the point is that Holy Spirit is at work everywhere, through everyone. Unfortunately, there's so much sin, but God uses sin and sinful people, definitely. But so the point is that Jesus is at work. God is at work. His Spirit is all around us, in us, through us, and to change lives. And that's what we want to do. So join us for Giving Tuesday. We would love for you to partner with us, and it could be any amount, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever, because we have big visions, big dreams, goals, prayers, And we need your help and your support to make that happen. So,
for you to support Girl Talk in honor or memory of a woman who has changed your life, made you see Jesus more, whether it was through hardship or because of who they were, or to give to Girl Talk in honor of and for the girls who don't have Jesus yet and need him, because that really is our ultimate goal in all things, is to bring Jesus to those who haven't seen him yet.
Right. I'm sure you're asking, how can I give to Girl Talk?
Yes, you can go to our website. It's girltalkministries.info and click support.
And it's very easy.
Yes, it gives you a lot of information about all the little things that we do that make Girl Talk what it is. You can give monthly in certain areas, or you can just give whatever you want, and there is a Giving Tuesday campaign page on there that will give you a lot of information that we will also have on our website. So there's a little different ways you can click and figure out things, but there and through Donately, you'll be able to create a donor account, and then that way it will kind of keep all your records, keep your receipts, be able to, give you what you need and help us keep up with, where everyone is, what everyone's, getting
so
to.
It's very user friendly for you. So
yes.
Thank y'all for watching. We hope you have a great and wonderful, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.